Ambassador John Bolton is with us. Ambassador, granted, it's kind of tough to stand up there and defend what amounts to double talk. That would be my opinion as well. But nonetheless, she's trying to do it, and this is how we appear to the rest of the world. I don't think many of us are very happy about that.
Well, let me be clear. I think children are wonderful. I just don't think they should be in charge of foreign policy.
Whoa, but Ambassador, that's strong stuff. That is very strong stuff.
Not as strong as I might say off camera. You know, the State Department spokespeople under John Kerry have been more partisan than any in my experience since my first involvement in government in the Reagan administration. And the clip, I think, that has gone around on YouTube is Marie Harf basically saying the soldiers who fought with Bergdahl in Afghanistan don't know what they're talking about when they say he left his post and deserted. And she said, actually, Bergdahl knows best what happened that night. It's humorous in a sense because it's so inane, but I think it's going to be increasingly serious because it's part of what seems to be an Obama White House campaign to impugn the soldiers who are trying to explain what happened when Bergdahl walked off the base.
But what is Putin going to say about this kind of thing? What does the leader of China think when he sees America represented in this way and getting itself into this kind of mess? What do the terrorists think about that kind of performance? It's surely they're going to look down. Will they be laughing at us?
No, absolutely. That would be the best we can expect. They see from the president through all of his top advisors a kind of weakness, a lack of experience in the world, a lack of seriousness. It's the only way you can describe it. And from the perspective of our adversaries, it means they're going to use the next 2.5 years to try and take advantage of us. That's what's already going on. If you look at the playing out of the Ukraine crisis, for example, Putin was in a deep hole when the Yanukovych government was overthrown in Ukraine. He's basically back to where he was before because of the president's weak leadership of the Western alliance. This release of these 5 prisoners from Guantanamo Bay, you know, if the prison guards at Guantanamo had let these guys walk out the front gate, they'd be court-martialed for incompetence. And yet that's what our president did. He gave away 5 killers and essentially got Bergdahl back in return. It's not a good trade.
Ambassador, we're a financial program. We follow people's money. We want to know what's going to happen to people's money. Down the road, do you think that our foreign policy, are we going to be pushed in foreign policy to the point where our finances, our money, is affected?
Absolutely. Look, stability in the world is pretty minimal, but what stability there is that allows international trade, financial transactions, travel, communications, since World War II has depended on the strength of the United States and its system of alliances. Obama, in 5.5 years, has gone a long way toward unraveling all that. And when you reduce stability in the world, you reduce economic transactions and economic growth. So I think the risks here are very high.
There is a risk also that the president will turn around and, dare I say it, do something rash because he's under such pressure. That, too, is a danger, isn't it?
I think that's right. I don't think the president fully appreciates the depth of feeling that's been generated by this Bergdahl scandal. He's in Europe. I think he's just removed from it. But I see in every way the pressure on him growing. His allies in Congress and the media are deserting him. His press conference just a few moments ago in Brussels showed he's doubling down on his story. I think when he realizes just how bad this is for him politically, and that's really what his calculus is always about, the risk of him doing something to try and recoup his political losses is grave indeed. I'm quite worried about it.
Ambassador Bolton, thanks as always for joining us. Thank you, sir.